You know what though? I'm gonna try before you say
no.
I'm gonna let you have your moment. I just want to
Let
I
her,
just
let
want to
her.
give you some homework real quick, Shane.
Okay.
Because I gotta go. I'm about to give you some homework real quick. Since you don't believe that this is widespread, you in
I
the school. Hold on, wait, hold on, wait. You in the school. I want you to want you to gauge and go around the school and ask all those single women and all the single
No,
men if
no.
their relationship status and all of that. And then what you can do is ask
I
them,
do you one better, Sweeney. No, she a
no.
sorority girl like myself. We're both
oh,
sorority girls. We're
Listen.
both sorority girls. Like, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother
Oh
day.
shoot.
We could look around.
Sitting
We
there.
could look around. Oh, I've been through
I
that,
want you
Shan.
to go and
We
ask all
we
the
can
women
look
Let me
around
say,
you.
around and we
Queenie.
can see
So let me
what's
just tell
being
you this.
promoted.
Let me finish saying what I was saying. First of all my friends are married, right? I'm like the one that's stuck, you know. But the thing I've learned about one, I don't date many people. I'm very closed off on who. Even this guy right here, I knew him in college. It was like a person from college. It's very hard to get into my little shell. It just is. I don't know why. I'm working on myself, but the reason why is because I find that people are not as forgiving. Let's just say I post a guy, right? And that doesn't work out. And then I have to bring another guy. It's like, oh, you got look at all these relationships she's in. You know, you
No,
don't
I
get the
get that,
same
Shan. I'm
grace.
not talking about social media. Yeah,
Dating,
I get that.
going to places. I now don't get it twisted. He goes to places with me, right? It's not like that, especially because we're, anything we have a solid.
Oh, really?
But
I ain't gonna say
but
all still up.
so my thing is this. I feel like if we're engaged and it's like that, I don't mind doing all of that. I just feel like people are judgmental. People get in your business, and it turns into this whole, So I don't know what her situation is, but that could be one of them, right? And I also know that I live in a different place than everybody. Atlanta has its own set of rules. It ain't like every other place in the world. You
No
feel
different.
me?
It
Huh?
ain't no different.
It,
Atlanta got the
it,
What's
same.
it's
what's what's different about it?
Atlanta
it,
got the same Negroes that's in every other major city. It ain't no.
Did you just
listen.
say there's nuance in dating?
No, no,
Oh my
no. What I'm
God.
saying is that this conversation, that line be wrapped around because people be understand. They be a part of that foolery. They understand it very, very well because there's a whole lot of foolery going on in Atlanta. You feel me?
Everybody make the
It's and
same claim about their city.
y'all know how they say the ratio with men and women is probably double that in Atlanta. Way more women. And men just have a little fun right now. They like the candy in the candy shop. You feel me?
That's
But they always say
Nah,
if
they burning
you
out
want
there.
your husband, don't bring him here.
Like,
Don't bring
they
him here.
burnt up.
You feel? And so I agree everything that what Casey says. I think that there are women do have a lot of work to do. You're never gonna hear me say I do not deny that. One, we don't, we were raised by single parents too. We didn't get to see the found. Some of us, not me, didn't grow up with a foundation. We had lost souls too, so we all have a lot of work
What?
to do. Yeah, and that's even more reason why maybe those little, I love the conversation, and they come here often because they know their crowd gonna be popping because we ain't talking to Atlanta crowd on that conversation. That line be like, y'all, that line be at the Marriott Marquis, be wrapped around the building. It be so many people in the yes, it be like that. And not a lot of Tonys. Like maybe if Tony came, it probably wouldn't be as,
So to your point,
there's
Casey,
250,000 women in Atlanta. There's 244,000 men in Atlanta. There ain't no
the
damn.
black.
hey,
And are we talking about
Yeah,
married?
no, I was gonna
Many,
say,
there's
Sweeney, at
so
least
many.
half of them is
Even
hey,
when you
half
break
of
it
them
down, even when you
out
break
the
it
way.
down by race, the
75%.
ratio still
Now
falls
I
behind.
will say, now I
Even
will
when you break
say,
it down by race,
I will say, Atlanta
I
is
think they
very.
was talking about sexuality.
Listen,
even
Yeah.
by
if we look,
sexuality,
that's gonna
let's
take
see,
the. I
by
got a story about
sexuality
that in the back. Listen, I got a story. Sorry, y'all. I got a story about
Uh-oh.
that in the back chat, right? Let me tell you, it's a gospel. I got a real good story about that in the back chat. But
Yeah,
anyway,
let me.
estimated 4.2% of Atlanta's metro population is gay, lesbian, or bisexual.
Hey,
Yeah.
no,
That's
we ain't.
4.2%.
You. When the last time you been to Atlanta, Sweeney?
I don't disagree that the places that there's a lot of
You
clubs.
know, never mind. They only outside when we go outside. Nah, you right. 4.2%. What the hell?
Oh,
how
they
do you
try
even
to-
take that stat? Hey, you gay? All right, have a
Yeah,
good
they
day.
ask
Yeah.
motherfuckers if they
Yeah.
gay
That's
or
all
not.
I know.
That's exactly what they do.
I read
Come
it.
on, bro.
Yeah,
But,
no.
Now,
Nah.
most of the motherfuckers in Atlanta ain't gay. Most of
No,
it is
I don't
half
think
and
Man,
half.
hey, Sweeney,
Y'all
I
be
think
trying to,
you living in a fantasy world, man.
man,
Don't
look,
And
I'm
look,
going off the data. I ain't going off of
hey,
just because
look,
y'all see how they act at the club at these damn brunches and shit.
hey,
my brother
them
used to
guys
work
out
for
there
World
geek,
AIDS, and he
geek,
told me something that
geeky
was very
boys.
scary though. He told me something that was very scary. In the DC, he lived in the DC area. So he was working for the World AIDS organization, and they have to go to all these different areas to do their seminars and stuff. And he started to realize like that stat would be like that because there's only a certain amount of people like define gay. Does a gay person define themselves as gay? There are literally dudes that have sex with other men
And
and
don't say
say,
they're gay.
I'm the one giving, so I'm not gay. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, excuse me?
yes.
Hey,
I was like, what?
Y'all,
Hey,
I got a story.
Trick. That's
I'ma
what
tell
I
I was
trying
going
to
off y'all
tell.
saying that these motherfuckers outside
Trick.
talking about some hey.
Hey, no,
I don't know
Trick.
about the closeted niggas.
If I get top from a dude, I'm not. I was like, what?
Trick.
I don't know about the
that's
closeted niggas. I don't know about them.
one
But
of the biggest things that I be saying to Sweeney. Sweeney, you trying to validate these men out here
what is
not
I
being
validated?
you trying to validate these men out here not wanting to pursue women and talk to women and all this other stuff. I'm telling you now, in 10 years, it's gonna be normal for a lot of these dudes to be caked up with transmissions. It is gonna be the norm, bro. Because
Why
y'all
you call it?
validating
That is not true, man.
because y'all validating men
That is not how that works.
talking to
They
women.
gonna marry his car? What you talking about?
What the hell is he talking about?
Y'all know what I'm
I
I
talking
was
about.
so
I got it
lost
now.
for a
I
second.
got
I'm
it
like,
now.
Transformers? Like, what
No,
am I
I
doing?
was
I know what he's
Y'all
talking
know
about.
what
I know
hey,
he's
y'all know
Decepticons.
what I'm
Me and my
talking
car.
about. Y'all know
He's
what
talking
I'm
about
talking
I
about.
got
Optimus.
it
He's
now.
talking
I
about
got it
Optimus
now.
Prime.
I don't know.
Y'all
Both
keep
going on. Like, huh?
validating. You keep validating these men not being comfortable with talking to women and approaching women and all this other stuff. I'm telling you now, 10 years. I'm first to say it online. In 10 years, it's going to be the norm where men are legitimately walking around with transmissions and saying that they not gay.
Oh, that's
I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
man.
All right,
To
just
100%
Casey's
agree.
point, I wanted to make a
I don't
point
agree
on
with that.
Casey's point.
just watch it happen.
So Casey, what I think is happening to your point with the women on our end, it's flawed ideology. We know it's deep seated because there are a lot of women. It's crazy when you do the math of it all. They're overvaluing themselves. All right, that balloon popping show is going to teach more than 1,000 podcasts will, because now you get to see it close up.
Man, we need to get rid of that shit.
But
That's the first
look
thing
at this though. Look at this. So when we break it down, what it is that the what is it called? The over expansion of the college model, right? Did y'all not even understand that once women were able to get education, women will always go get more formal schooling than men will because y'all don't work in trades? We do. You see what I'm saying? So women will in order for women to equalize at all or economically advance, you work in more administrative roles. You like sitting down in that type of environment. Men like using their hands. You see what I'm saying? So women will always do more school. It's just, what are you doing in school? So what tends to happen with our women is that we have a bunch of associates and bachelor's degrees saying that they're too good for HVAC technicians when he makes 65 and she makes 50. But it's just because she got a degree on the wall from University of such and such, she thinks she's better than him. Now, that particular scenario I just gave you is a real life scenario. Two people I know. They went to go get a house, and guess whose college debt is weighing down their debt to income ratio, and they can't afford a house, and their price her. So when you look at it and do the math, who's the detriment to our progress here? You got a psychology degree, which is great, but you didn't want to go get your master's and certify yourself. So now you work in a office job that's not even related to that. You changing jobs all the time. You working here, not working there. He actually ended up being a director of the HVAC program at the trade school. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, are you still too good for him or what? Right? So that's what's happening. We're looking at a bunch of women looking at pieces of paper saying this man doesn't qualify for me. He has less debt than you do, more than likely. He's been employed. These men have been employed for like 20 years. I know men that went in to work for the shipyard at 14 years old in the apprenticeship and been working for them for over 20, like 23, 25 years. You see what I'm saying? But you're too good for these men. Have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their 401k already in their retirement plans. So yeah, when you really do the math of it all, it's like, oh wow, no, this is why economically we will not advance. Shan, to your point about the kids, and we need to take better care of the kids. That's what two incomes can do. Divorce is financial ruin. Not living together is financial ruin. Let me tell you how. Even two people with like really good salaries, if we're paying one mortgage or one rent, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got to pay two. That is what does that hurt? I'll tell you. Now we have
in this economy.
Two separate food bills, two separate car insurance. We can't merge our car insurance.
Two separate electricity bills.
Divorce is expensive. When I'm like, look, the second and because it's our women leaving, I'm not blaming them but the second more women start believing it's cheaper to keep him, it's cheaper to keep him. Forget it's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep him. You will not economically advance without your male counterpart. It's impossible.